So welcome guys. Today we'll discuss minimizing coins problem on CSCS. So let's read the problem statement. It says consider a money system consisting of n coins. Each coin has positive integer value. Your task is to produce a sum of money x using the available coins in such a way that number of coins is minimal. So let's understand what the problem statement is trying to say. You will be given a sum to construct. In this case it will be x. You have to make this sum to 0 using an operation. That operation corresponds to you selecting any one number from this set. In each problem there will be different set. You will have to select any one number from this set, subtract it from x minus from, let's say C is the set. You have to subtract that number from sum, that is x, and you will get some number. Let's say you get x minus ci, and then this has to continue until you get 0, but you have to make sure that the number of operations that are actually performed in this are minimal. Okay, now let's check the recursive algorithm in this. So let me erase this. Let's say a of I is the minimum number of operations required on sum I. Okay, that means instead of x I am given a sum I, and I am storing a value in an array A, in which a of I is the minimum number of operations required for me to get this I to 0 using this subset. Okay, I hope this much is clear. Like, this is straightforward. Okay, now how will I calculate this? So basically, for calculating recursive algorithms, you have to just look at what is the current step you are going to do at some arbitrary point. So let's say again I have calculated till I minus 1. That means array till I minus 1 is completely filled and I know each and every value. So what I will do at a of I, I have reached at a of I. Here what I will do is, it's very simple. I either take 1, I will choose 1 from this, and then I will check. I will choose one time, I will choose 1, the other time I will choose 5, and the last time I will choose 7. Each time I will subtract this from a of I. That means for one time it will be a of I minus 1, the other time it will be a of I minus 5, and the last time it will be a of I minus 7. That means I took the first step, and I took the first operation, and the first operation was me picking either 1, 5 or 7, and from this subset I will choose the minimum value. Okay, of these 3 I will pick the minimum value, and then I will add plus 1 to it. Makes sense? The plus 1 is for me choosing the 7, 5 or 1, and then after that I will just pick the minimum number of these previous arrays, of these previous operations, because I know once I take out 7 from it, it is basically a of I minus 7, and I have the value of a of I minus 7 as computed, as we assumed above. So this is the approach you have to take all the time when you are solving dynamic programming problems. That is, you go to an arbitrary point, and from there you think, how are you going to calculate the current value from the value that are behind these. So here you have to assume that these values are calculated. Now I will now, since you have got a recursive algorithm, let's look at the code. So now we will look at the code. Again, as question says, we will input n and x, and in this part we will take the input of all the coins that are available to us. Okay, now this is that array that we talked about. In this array we will store the minimum number of operations required to make this part as 0. Okay, correct? Yeah. So this part means this number. Basically the index of the array is the number that we have to make 0. Okay, now value of 0 is 0. Now this is not that tricky to understand. If you think about it, you have to construct 0. Okay, how many operations you require? And nothing. You don't need any operation to construct 0, because you have to construct 0 from x plus 1 and you are already given 0, so no operations are required. Now here, we will, in this loop, we will calculate for the numbers which are greater than 0. So here we are going to start from 1, I less than equal to x. Okay, because the array is going to x plus 1, that means the final index of the array is x, and final index will be our answer. Whatever that comes in the final index will be our answer. Okay, so I plus plus, okay, this point, value of I is equal to int of max. Now this is actually been, I am actually initializing value of I first so that it does not get a garbage value. Now if we don't want it to get garbage value, we have two choices. Mostly taken choice in this case is initialize with 0. But what will happen is, because we are actually minimizing the value of I, okay, we have to minimize the value of I. Each time the value will never change. Here in this case we are minimizing the value, right? The value will never change because we already initialized it with 0. Each time it will be 0 and the final answer will also be 0. So we are actually initializing it with int of max, so that whatever the value that comes with our computation will always be smaller than that, at least for the first one, the initial computation. Okay, now here for C in coins, now this statement will basically make sure that if I have coins, let's say 2, 3, 5, it will iterate over each of them one by one. Okay, so first it will take it as 2. Now each time I will check. Let's say I have I is equal to 1 okay, I will just write that array again, 2, 3, 5. It will first take 2, I minus C, so it will take 2. Now it will check I minus C is greater than 0. Now this is actually important because we don't want our sum to go into negative, or it will have been else it would have been just an easy problem in which you are just subtracting the highest number from it until it goes it goes below 0 for first time. But that is not the case. We have to make it exactly equal to 0. That is why any overflow, that is if C is greater than I, that choice is not valid, we cannot take it. Okay, so let's say I have a set here that is 2, 3 and 5. I cannot take, for let's say I am asked to construct 1. Okay, from 1 I am asked to construct 0 using this set. The answer will simply be 0. I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it. But in this case our array will not actually store 0, because again, as I said, we have to find minimum, and for each of it the answer will only reach till minimum. So this time the answer will be int of max. According to the algorithm which I had written, the answer will be int of max, and then we can check later that if it is int of max and if it is there, then that means it is 0. That means it is not valid basically. So yeah, moving on, it will check for each of coin in C for each value. So as I had discussed above, it will check for 2, 3, 5. So let's say I had reached till 10. It will check for 10. It will basically, what it will do is value of I is equal to minimum of value of I. So this part initially is int of max. Okay, value of I minus C plus 1. So let's say I am at C equal to 2. It will just be 8 plus 1. That means I took 2 and just fix 8 in it. Yeah, it will be value of 8 plus 1. And next time, that means for C equal to 3, it will again be minimum of value of this or value of, now it will be 7 plus 1. And similarly again for 5, it will basically be minimum value of I, that means it will be minimum of these two, whatever that is minimum, and it will be value of, it will check it with minimum of value of 5 plus 1, because we will subtract 5 from it as we had already taken 5 in one of the operations. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. And now I think you will realize why int of max, I have initialized it with int of max rather than 0, because in first step itself what it will be minimum of value of I. So this is already 0 because I had initialized with 0, and value of I minus c plus 1. So whatever the value this is, plus 1 will always make it greater than 0. So we will always get 0 as an answer for each and every step, and basically the whole point of algorithm is lost. So again, yeah, then the final point, see out value of x equal to int max, whatever this is. So this is basically conditional statement. I hope you know what is conditional statement. This is like, if this part is true, then this is executed. If this part is false, then this is executed. So what this is doing is, as I had initialized it with int of max, so let's say I only had to find 1, that means I had to construct 1 from a set of array that is 2, 3 and 5. So according to this algorithm, what will happen is, I will go to 1, realize that all of these values are greater than 1 here only, and this part will never be executed. That means value of 1 will always be int of max, but int of max, but actually that means that we can not construct this. So the answer should be -1 according to the question. I will show the question. The question says print one integer, the maximum number, if not possible produce the desired sum, print -1. So according to question statement, we are printing -1, that is, if int of max is never changed, the sum will be -1, or else it will be value of x, which will be computed using the algorithm. Now I strongly suggest you guys, what you should do is, after writing this algorithm, just print all the values of this part, that is value of x plus 1, and then see if you are actually getting a mistake. Printing the value of x plus 1 is the best option. In that way you can easily figure out what your mistake is. I'll put this code in GitHub, and if you guys have any issues, you can put in comment section, and I'll see to that those are answered. If you guys have any issues with the way these explanations are delivered also, you can tell me. I will try to rectify them. I'm always ready to improve. Thank you.